If you go to an ancient Indian site, if you find anything ancient at all, leave it alone. Don't disturb it. Don't touch it. Don't damage it. It's cultural history to a lot of people who are still around today, and it's just history to a lot of us who want to really enjoy it. So please be respectful of everywhere you go. This is called the Painted Hand Pueblo, and apparently this whole valley was a village. There's a lot of stuff down there. Already, I can't tell if I'm pointing right, there's a tower. See a tower right there. Hoping I can get close to that. I think there's a couple more around here. So let's go see what we can find. Here's that tower. See the view. I'm reading directly from the sign here. There's an Acoma word for tower, Ukazani, that translates to where the village crier speaks from. Tribal leaders walk through the village streets to convey the message in a systematic fashion. It says that these towers were used for storage, defense, communication, astronomical observation. It says there's 3 of them along here that all face that way, which goes to another area called Hovenweep, which is a big Pueblo area too, so that makes sense. There's that tower, and this would have been a really ambitious project. I would like to have seen this when it was done, but it's all fallen over. Seems like maybe not such a good idea building it on that, which is probably why it's not there. There's another small one, remains of a small one right there. And right below me, right over here, if you can see, there's a structure, some walls underneath that one. So I imagine there's a lot to be found in this area. You can kind of see a circle right through here, stone circle. So up on top, yeah, the sign said this was a village, so there's probably a lot of stuff in this area. A lot of it right here, facing out that way, and of course that's south. This is the kind of thing I've been waiting for. You can see a little bit of wall underneath there. This is cool. Built it right up on this big stone. Very cool. This would have been their view. Would have been a much bigger wall. Probably had window. Very cool. Didn't see this other room. It's a deep one. And there's that other tower that fell off that rock. But yeah, this is really nice. It's too bad. It seemed like good work. But probably even the slightest tremor out here could have knocked something like this down, just sitting on a rock. Too bad. Would have been cool. There's that building we were just at. And that other tower. Underneath that big tower, I haven't seen any petroglyphs, which is unusual. I would think there would be a lot of them around here. Well, what do you know? I am able to get to it. Got a nice building underneath it. They were smart to use the many caves as cover and build around it. You can see the debris where that is fallen, and down here, hard to tell how big it was. More over here. A little bit scattered around. Looks like, yeah, it looks like most of it came down here. And that's probably soot from fires all through there. That's something I haven't really seen much of, but yeah, that's pretty much, but yeah, that's what that is. Somebody filled in the door. Well, the engineering is great. I mean, after all this time to be standing like this. Let's see if we can look on the inside. Three layers wide. Yeah, they thought about it anyway. Put the strength on the bottom side. Here's their view. Very nice. Very nice. Standing here in front of this tower. Look what they did in this corner. It's one flat stone and built the wall on it and kind of tucked it around there. Really tucked it all in real nice. Trying to make it weatherproof. I got away from the main area, kind of got off on an unmarked trail and started looking around and found some more little ones. This one obviously fell all this way. This one crumbled down that way. Same deal, facing south. The other canyon is up that way. The other. So just more towers. They could be in line of sight with the other one. I can't really tell. I'm not sure if I can get down there. But it's out here. Just got to look for it. Well, I was able to get to it. Here's the other side. Got a wall here going this way, and that tower. So on the other side, this looks like they had built up two walls underneath there. And here's part of that tower. It doesn't have the mud mixture in it to hold it together. This one was probably put together pretty quickly. And this is the other side. That wall was there, so maybe this was all cleared out. There was a wall here. Goes to there. Yeah, this one wasn't built as well. Must have done it quickly and it fell over quickly. It's a pretty big area though. Well, I'm finally doing something I wanted to do for a long time, a year, 2 years, whatever. I gave myself an hour, 2 hours, brought a bag of food and drink, got off the main trail, started looking around because I knew I'd find something. I found those little ones I just showed you. But I'm nearly out of water. I'm probably 2 miles from my van. So let's go down and look. This thing's built around a creek flowing through there, and you can see how it ends up there. Don't know if they had a bridge going over to there. It's a little wall here. Let's take a closer look. This is the other side of it. Another wall. Partial tower. This is really out there though. This is I mean, I had to walk to get here. Another tower. It's 3 of them right here. Probably can't see it, but on that wall is a little lizard. A whole bunch of those little guys around here. Some pottery somebody's found. I found a small piece at that last area and I left it because that's what you're supposed to do. Don't ever take anything from these places. And obviously it's been discovered before. Look at this, wow. This is circular. Was it a tower? Part of a tower? Wow, nice. More posts, so would have been another level up here. 2 stories at least. Big rubble pile. This would have been a big tower. And this right out here in the open. I mean, anybody can just come to this one. And so I'm glad somebody knows about it. There's no preservation done, so people need to just leave it alone. Good strong building. Looks like somebody's been here monitoring temperature, humidity. That guy, that just looks cool. Really impressive. Peaceful and so I'm sure this was built here for a reason. It's a dry creek bed all the way through there, except that tower's on a hill and this is on a hill. No doubt they were here for the water and left when the water ran out. Another room over here. Another look at this room. Kind of weird though. Kind of weird they make a conscious effort to build right on the edge like that. Still standing though. That was probably a doorway that's been buried. So yeah, I wonder if they had a bridge or something else. Big one. Looks like 2 levels in there. Not very big either. It's maybe only 3 feet between those. Big tower though. There's a good look at that thing. Sitting on the edge of that rock, still standing. Pretty amazing. For the most part, it's all good quality craftsmanship, good workmanship. That was probably a door that's been filled in with dirt. Wonder if they crossed there, if they had a bridge or a ladder of some kind. This was much bigger, whatever it was. Looks like this is a rubble pile right here. There's some stone wall over there. Good stone quality there. A little bit right there, but this is all rubble. So whatever's here probably tumbled over. So another big site just sitting out in the middle of nowhere. This is an area that if you explored it, you'd probably find pottery, arrowheads, jewelry, who knows what, all kinds of things. It's been explored, it's been excavated anyway, but it's been left alone. If I had the time, the water, and the energy, I might do it. But I'm getting old. This was kind of a big deal just getting out here. I'm glad I did it. It was hard work, but in the end it paid off. This is really an awesome place. So like I said, be respectful of these places. Don't take anything, don't damage anything, don't even touch them. And hopefully I'll find some more places. Like, subscribe, share. Have a nice day.